And your number, when it comes to numerology, when it comes to this week, my gorgeous Aquarius, is number 14999, which means that you know that something quite bad is actually going to come to an end right at the beginning of this week. Something quite bad is going to come to an end, something that you have been worrying about lately so much, and it's to do with your finances, and maybe it's to do with your financial situation. There were like certain things like that, that have been on your mind, lately quite a lot. And this is going to mean to you so much. So this in itself is going to become absolutely evident and absolutely obvious at the beginning of this week. You will know that there's some kind of a problem that you've been you were worrying about when it comes to money and when it comes to finances. It's actually coming to an end. But it's not only about worrying, and it's not only about you feeling down because of this for a while, but it's also about the fact that this in itself, it's actually about to change your whole structure when it comes to your life. Do you know what I mean? This is about to change the whole structure when it comes to your life. Everything is going to become so much easier for you after this moment in time. The energy is not going to be so heavy. The energy in itself is going to be so much lighter. And I'm not being funny. This in itself is going to be absolutely obvious. The moment in time at the beginning of this week when you have this news or a message or this information which is going to set you free, which is going to liberate you, and you will clearly know that you've got nothing to worry about when it comes to maybe some kind of a financial problem or some kind of financial difficulties that you have been worrying about lately. Something to do with the finances, most certainly, is about to be resolved, And it's you see, it's not only about this big problem being resolved and you liberating yourself at that moment in time. It's a great moment of liberation, but it's more about the fact that, oh God, a whole new energy is about to enter your life. The whole new energy is about to enter your sign. And that's why I said, that this in itself is going to reflect almost immediately on the whole structure when it comes to your life, because everything it's going to become so much lighter. You're going to feel so much happier, and this will mean to you quite a lot. You are instantly going to start taking your health so seriously after this moment in time. There were certain things that you were doing that maybe you shouldn't have been doing, maybe certain things that you were eating or something like that, certain things that you were maybe drinking or something like that, certain things that you were eating or taking and that you knew that they weren't kind of good for you. And now you're just going to become so sharp and so strong-minded and so adamant to start taking care of yourself on a completely different level. And this is also such a great sign that something dark in your life has come to an end. It's going to be this mind-blowing combination, a connection in between your mind, body and spirit. So your body is going to be guiding you. Your body is going to be guiding you. If it's enough for you, if it's time for you to stop taking something or stop drinking something or stop eating something or stop doing something that it's not good for you, your body is going to be guiding you towards this aspect, to stop, to finish it, to end it, my gorgeous Aquamarini. And most certainly, I really strongly recommend you to do so. Or maybe your body is going to be guiding you towards like maybe exercising, if you can possibly exercise, if you are able to exercise, then go for it. Maybe your body is going to be guiding your mind, and spirit is going to be guiding you towards, a certain dietary changes you need to make in general. Maybe you're going to be guided towards certain things that are missing in terms of your diet. Whichever way you are guided, please just, really pretty much so, So take this very, very seriously, because it's going to heal you almost immediately. Right now you have got that power, okay? As long as you give your attention to your own intuition, as long as you give attention to your own intuition, you shall be rewarded more than if anybody else, you know, comes to you and tell you should do this, blah blah blah. Like this, you're gonna be rewarded on a completely different level. And we are, each time we respond to our spirit, each time we respond to our soul, each time we respond to our intuition, each time we do something good for somebody else, we are rewarded in such a ways like nothing else could reward us like the way we are rewarded in this particular way. These are sacred moments in our lives. We need to acknowledge. We need to acknowledge. There is so much in this world. There is so much going on in our lives, you know, and some people are aware of it, you know, and some people are never going to be aware of it. But you're here, you're listening to me, and you are aware of more than somebody else would be. Do you know what I mean? So this is what I need you to remember. And also, my gorgeous Aquarius, when it comes to the beginning of this week, you know, you are going to have such a positive experience. You are going to have a really pleasant experience, a really positive experience with this particular man at around the beginning of this week. At around the beginning of this week, you're going to have a really positive and really pleasant experience when it comes to this particular man. This man is going to do something, this man is going to say something, and you're going to feel so good about yourself. You're going to feel so proud of yourself. Whatever this man is going to do or say is going to make such a big impact, you know, to your life. And it's going to make you feel really good about yourself. This is going to make you feel really good about yourself, but it's also going to give you courage to make such an important compromise. This is going to give you this courage to have such an important compromise. And that compromise that you are going to make, my gorgeous Aquarius, it's most certainly going to give you a big mama reason to celebrate very, very soon. In fact, already by the end of this week, you know, you are going to have a big reason to celebrate. And also, when it comes to the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Aquarius, you know, something difficult that you had with one particular person in your life, you know, some kind of a difficulty that you've had, and it's to do with the one particular person. You know, maybe this is your partner if you've got a partner, you know, or maybe this is like, I don't know, just somebody like kind of close to you who you had difficulties with. You know, lately you just kind of like were quite a lot disconnected. Lately you were quite a lot disconnected, and this was worrying you. This was worrying you. This was making you feel emotional, and this was making things really difficult for you, because this particular person means to you so much. You know, if you've got a partner, this is your partner. And if you haven't got a partner, then this is going to be like your friend or somebody very close to you. I don't know, but somebody who you had lots of difficulties with lately. And this has been kind of bringing you down. This has been making you feel really frustrated. This has been delaying things, you know, in your life in general, because it has been affecting your balance in such a way where you were kind of losing confidence because of this. Honestly, I know that this is somebody whom you are pretty much so emotionally connected with, because you were losing your confidence because of this. And you're going to have this really kind of major moment, you two. Something is going to happen in between you two. Something really beautiful at around the beginning of this week. And this is going to mean to you so much, my gorgeous Aquarius. This is going to mean to you so much, okay? And you know, when it comes to this particular person, there is some conversation you're going to have, that you're going to have a beautiful experience, something is going to happen, and you're really going to reconnect on such a special level. This is going to be such a big victory for both of you. And I think that you mean to that person so much, and that person means to you as well. So that's why I see an overall a victory here. Okay, and by the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Aquarius, you know what, you are, this is like really important now to mention, is the fact that, you know, you are going to make such an important plan, a really wise move when it comes to you, like really on one hand saving your money, but then on another hand when it comes to you protecting things that belong to you. There is a really wise step and a really wise move you are going to make, my gorgeous Aquarius, and this in itself, you know, it's the part of the direction you actually really pretty much so need to follow, because listen to me very carefully. You are going to, I'm going to say this again because it's just a tiny little bit complicated. So you are going to decide and realize that in order to save your money and in order to do something really positive and beneficial for your financial situation in general, and in order to protect things that belong to you, for example, you are going to decide to make a really, really wise move. Really, there is something really wise that you are going to realize that you need to do, and it's the most certainly the part of the direction you need to follow. When I said that there is something really wise that you are going to realize that you need to do, you're going to realize that you need to give a little bit more. You're going to realize in order to save money, in order to do something really positive for your finances and for your financial situation, and in order to protect things that belong to you, you are gonna make a really wise move by giving in order to get back. Does that make sense? You will realize that you need to give in order to get back. Okay, whatever you realize on this level, it's going to be good, it's going to be positive, and it's going to be extremely, not only extremely rewarding for you, but there is a really big wish going to come true. Okay, once you walk through this door, okay, once you walk through this door, there is so much going to be connected to this particular situation. So remember, you will realize that you want, in order to save money in general, in order to do something really positive for your financial situation, you're going to make a wise move, and you will know that there is something that you need to give, and that in itself will be probably one of the best things that you have done in a very long time. This is going to be very rewarding for you, but as soon as you walk through this door, something major is going to come out of it, because the really big wish of yours is also going to come true. Okay, absolutely brilliant. And also, my gorgeous Aquarius, when it comes to the midweek, you know, you are going to realize, you know, that, for example, one of your visions, something that you were planning to do, it's like kind of going to, no, sorry. You are going to have this moment, oh my God, you are going to have this psychic moment at around the mid-week. I don't even know how to tell you this. You are going to have such a psychic moment. You're going to be in this, oh my God, zone. You're going to enter this really specific dimension, and it's going to happen at around the midweek. And you will know exactly on which day this is going to happen, because from the moment in time you wake up, everything is going to seem different. Everything is going to seem like a part of different dimension. Everything is going to seem like really dreamy, my gorgeous Aquarius, and you will know that you are indeed in some kind of a different dimension. You will also go into the psychic mode, and you will know that something is coming up, something is going to happen, but you're not going to be able to explain what exactly this is, and then boom, boom, on that particular day you're going to have some kind of a vision, some kind of a strange vision, and you will realize, that something negative is going to happen. Where and why and when? You really are going to have some kind of a mind-blowing, crazy vision. You should be grateful to God that this is actually happening. Because of this vision, you will know what to do. Because of this vision, you will know how to act. Because of this vision, you will know what do you need to do immediately in order to protect yourself. Do you understand what I mean? Oh my God, this time of your life is more important than ever to try to understand how psychic you actually are. So you get what I mean? Okay, it's gonna happen one day in midweek, and you will know which day this is gonna be, because from the moment you wake up in the morning, it's like you're gonna feel everything is gonna feel strange and you know what I mean, like a little bit Twilight Zone-ish, you know, and everything is gonna seem like a little bit weird, a little bit strange, and you will know that this is going to happen on that particular day. And then you are going to have this vision, suddenly vision, suddenly boom, you're going to have this vision, this psychic insight. You are going to be reminded, you're going to realize exactly that something kind of negative or something a little bit bad is going to happen, something is going to come to some kind of abrupt end. And you're going to have that in your vision. But this is why you should be grateful to God. This is like a blessing, because now you need to act based on that particular vision ASAP. You need to act, because now you're in the zone. Now you're in the flow, my gorgeous Aquarius, and you will know exactly what do you need to do in order to protect yourself based on your vision. So you are indeed one step ahead when it comes to all this, and I really hope that you are going to take this very seriously. By the time you get to the last part of this week, oh my goodness, do you know what? Listen to me very carefully. You are just going to have enough of some kind of a challenge at around the end of this week. Okay, you are going to be reminded of this particular challenge. Okay, something that you have been going through for a while, something that has been making you feel unhappy for a while. And you know what, when it comes to that particular challenge, this is something really personal, and now you're gonna realize that you had absolutely enough, and finally, hallelujah, you are going to decide to kind of walk away from it immediately. You will decide to move on from that particular challenge. You will decide to leave this behind. One of the best things you could have possibly done. You are protecting yourself, you are protecting your power, and you are protecting your energy as well. There is so much negativity, and there is so much negative karma connected to that challenge that's absolutely impossible to resolve. Okay, the certain things connected to that challenge have come to an end a very long time ago, and I'm afraid only some kind of grudges here have been you have been holding on to without even realizing. So this is a very important moment where you are going to be enlightened yourself, my gorgeous Aquamarini, and because the moment in time you decide, you know what, I had enough of this challenge, the moment in time you decide to walk away from this particular particular challenge, you have done something so wise. This is such a smart decision. This is such a wise decision. And I do know that you're going to be speaking to somebody later about it. And this particular person that you're going to be speaking to is going to be so delighted for you, so excited for you. This is what this particular person would advise you to do anyway, to walk away from this challenge. So as soon as you see how pleased this other person is going to be, as soon as you talk about it, this is going to mean to you even more, because we are talking about somebody super intelligent, somebody super wise, and somebody who's experienced with this type of thing as well. Do you know what I mean when it comes to this challenge? So you've done something really wise. You've done something really wise, my gorgeous Aquarius, by deciding to walk away from that challenge, you know. And no wonder that you're gonna become so determined. You're going to become so determined now in general. You're going to be full of energy. You're going to be refreshed, you know. You are going to be, after that moment in time, you're going to be thinking about yourself from a completely different perspective. You're going to be thinking about yourself in such a highly way. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you were thinking about yourself like a downer, you know what I mean, like a negatively. I'm just saying that now you really are going to have such a sacred moment where after that, as a direct result of that, not only you're going to become really determined in general to do what you want to do, you're going to feel full of energy, but you're also going to be thinking about, you know, certain things you achieved. You're going to start reflecting on your achievements and on things in life that makes you feel good, that makes you feel who you are. You're going to start reflecting on things that you achieved in your life, that you know, that makes you feel so proud of yourself. And that's the way to be. That's the way to go. Each time a certain thought enters our mind, we grow, we evolve. You know, we really kind of transcend. It's a beautiful moment in time. And the fact that like a really big burden, it's actually come to an end. Like the moment in time you walk away from the challenge, like a really big burden in your life has come to an end. And this is why now suddenly, whoa, after that you're also going to start to become so nostalgic. You will become so nostalgic, boom, and you're going to start thinking about your life from a very long time ago. You're going to be thinking about certain memories. And each time when you think about certain memories, there is a certain person, boop, which is going to pop up. You know, certain person, it's always going to pop up. You know, whichever memory you think about when it comes to your childhood, this particular person is going to pop up each time. And then you're going to realize, oh my God, it is somebody who I've fallen out with. It is somebody whom I had so many problems with. It is somebody who I dearly love, but we just don't get on whatsoever. This is going to be a sign that now it's time to reconnect with that particular person. This is going to be so good for you, and this is going to be so good for that particular person as well. So now, my gorgeous Aquarius, I'm going to shuffle these tarot cards, yeah, and I'm going to see what's going to be a tarot card of the week. And also, there is somebody who just said in the comments, and I really want to address this, like that oh, can you just stop calling us Aquamarini? Can you just stop calling us Aquamarini? We are Aquarius. Why can't you say Aquarius? Well, my gorgeous person, whoever said this, every single sign that I do reading for, okay, every single sign I do a reading for has got like a different name. So Virgo is Virgolini, Leo is Leoni, Scorpio are Scorpioni, Gemini are Geminini, Cancer are Cancerini, and when it comes to Aquarius, you're Aquamarini. So that's the way it is. No, I'm not going to stop calling you Aquamarini, baby. I'm not gonna stop. I'm sorry, and I'm doing it on purpose, of course, because every single sign I have a nickname for, and that's the way I am, I'm afraid, and I'm not going to change. And if this upsets you so much, I don't know what I can say. If you find this so annoying, I'm really sorry, but no, I'm not gonna change, sorry. So now now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see what's going to be a tarot card of the week, my gorgeous aquamarini. Oh god, I'm just gonna see what's gonna be your tarot card of the week. Yeah, I bet it's really kind of annoying, I'm sorry, but you know, there you go. Really, really big reward. You are going to have such a big reward before the end of this week, my gorgeous aquamarini. You are going to have such a beautiful reward by the end of this week. And this reward, it's going to make you feel so good. This reward, it's going to make you feel so proud of yourself as well. And the moment in time you have this really big reward by the end of this week, this is going to mean to you so much on a personal level, on a spiritual level. But at that moment in time, when you have this reward, it's more to it, you see. You are going to realize, oh my god, it's time to expand my horizons. Take this very, very seriously. The moment in time you realize it's time to expand my horizons, take this very seriously, my gorgeous Aquarius, because also at around that particular time you are going to have this brilliant brand new idea. And when it comes to that idea, you're going to be thinking, I'm going to do this later. No, baby, no. You need to do something about it immediately. Hello my gorgeous people, I'm so excited to finally share something I've poured a lot of intention into. I've created the Ritual Mug collection, 3 absolutely beautiful mugs designed for your sacred mornings, tarot sessions and daily rituals. First up is the High Priestess Brew, which is perfect for connecting with your intuition and centering your energy before a reading. Then there is a Full Moon Fuel, a lunar inspired mug for aligning your energy with the moon's cycles. And for those powerful go-getter mornings, there is Sip Your Strength, designed to help you step into your courage and purpose. These aren't just mugs, they're intentional tools to bring energy and magic to your day. You can shop the full collection right now. Just tap the link in the description or click the card up here to explore all 3. Thanks so much for supporting what I create, and I can't wait to see which one calls to you.